A baby's first words are so anxiously awaited, and when they arrive, so excitedly celebrated. But once a child is speaking in sentences, we don't pay much attention to the speaking element of emergent literacy, unless it's occasionally to wish they wouldn't speak quite so much. Well, emergent literacy expert Gay Sue Pinnell has written that oral language is the foundation of literacy learning, which means that speaking aloud, singing, and chanting provide opportunities for children to experience and enjoy the sound of language and its rhythms, volumes, tempos, and textures in a variety of ways. With practice, children learn to enunciate clearly, and as they're exposed to the rhythm of language and to physical expressions of that rhythm, they're able to internalize the rhythm of words when they're reading. The four components of emergent literacy or language arts are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And we all know that reading and writing, they're the big fan favorites. They're the two components that receive all the attention. But even though they're interrelated and overlap, each component needs individual attention. And listening and speaking provide the foundation for emergent literacy, so they shouldn't be overlooked. We explored activities for active listening in an earlier video. So today we're going to look at activities that expose the children to rhythm, rhyme, syllables, phonemes, vowels, and more. And of course, they also give the children a much needed opportunity to express themselves. Let's start with some familiar songs. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is a great one for promoting enunciation and awareness of rhyming. It also contributes to word comprehension. Before you start, discuss the meaning of the words twinkle and diamond and point out the rhyming words star and R, high and sky. Then sing the song with the children. When they're ready, ask them to create actions to go with the lyrics. Old MacDonald is another longtime favorite. This one is great for enunciation and helps create an awareness of vowels. Sing these lyrics with the children. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Ask the children to act out the movement of a cow, making the appropriate sound. Then substitute a new animal with a familiar sound and continue the process. Of course, there's good old bingo, which also promotes enunciation and begins the process of decoding letters. Before beginning, write the letters B, I, N, G, and O on a piece of chart paper or on the board, then sing the song with the children. There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. For the next round, substitute a clap or a jump for the letter B. Continue this way, substituting one more clap or jump for one more letter with each repeat until all the letters have been replaced by claps or jumps. An extension activity is to substitute A-E-I-O-U for B-I-N-G-O, providing an introduction to vowels, although you don't have to use that word. Then there's also the Eensy Weensy Spider and This Old Man and the notes of the musical scale. For the latter, tell the children you want them to echo each note you sing, then sing each note of the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This is also a great active listening activity. Once the children know the scale well and can sing it along with you, ask them to place their hands on their laps and to raise them a little higher with each note. When they get really good at this, you'll want to try it in reverse. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, with their arms descending with the notes. Because children love the sound of their own names, you can use that to your advantage in introducing syllables and promoting the understanding that words have rhythm. Sit in a circle with the children and clap the syllables of each child's first name while saying that name aloud. For example, Samantha would have 3 claps. After clapping each name, ask the group to mimic you. You can play this echo game with nursery rhymes as well. For example, with Mary Had a Little Lamb, you would break it into small pieces and clap 1 clap per syllable as you say the words. Mary had a little lamb. You can either pause after each word or after each phrase of the nursery rhyme so the children can repeat what you did. An extension of these activities is to give the children an opportunity to explore the different ways they can use their voices by whispering, speaking, shouting, and singing. You can start by asking the group as a whole to say their names out loud. Then ask the group to whisper their names. Next is to shout them, and you know they love that. And finally, invite them to sing their names. Later, you can challenge them to say, whisper, shout, and sing the words of a nursery rhyme or poem. In a game called A Time for Rhyme, make up a list of rhyming words in advance and post them for the children to see. Say a word on your list, for example, bat. Ask the children to repeat the word and to perform an action that depicts it. Some might pretend to swing a bat, others might flap their wings like the other kind of bat. Then continue the process with other words that rhyme with the first word you use, such as cat, fat, hat, mat, pat, rat, and sat. To introduce onomatopoeia, a word that we all have trouble saying and is used to describe words that sound like what they mean, and to promote a love of language, write these words on a large card, chart paper, or the board. Presenting the words to the children one at a time, invite them to say the word as they do the action. They can each move in the way each feels best expresses the word. Boom, plop, wobble, gobble, swish, whoops, quack, splash, hop, drip, toot, twirl, squeak, bang. You might then want to read Rich Cowley's books Bang Bang, Toot Toot, Snap Snap, Buzz Buzz, and Broom Whoosh. This activity absolutely appeals to the wonderfully silly side that young children possess, and so do tongue twisters, which, in addition to promoting enunciation, also introduce alliteration, another word you don't want to use with the young ones. Slowly clap out and speak the syllables of one or more of the following tongue twisters, combining the syllables in groups of 2 or 3. Have the children echo you after each grouping. For example, inch worms inching. You don't have to do the clapping. Inch worms inching. Here are some other possible tongue twisters. The myth of Miss Muffet. Lovely lemon liniment. A big black bug bit a big black bear. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Friendly Frank flips fine flapjacks. Stop or slow down if the children become frustrated. After all, the point of tongue twisters and learning is to have fun. I hope you enjoyed these as much as I'm sure the children will, and as much as I enjoy telling you about them. If so, please do hit the red subscribe button so we can continue the fun with future videos. And as always, thanks for joining me.